You talked a lot about acceptance and identity, right? And I think deep down, we're all always striving for that. Somebody to lend you their ear, to allow you to be your most authentic version of yourself and not make you feel bad or guilty for the things that you share and the experiences that you engage in. Like you talked about the risky behavior that you were doing when you were sort of finding yourself, right? And
Yeah.
I don't think that's any different than a lot of those of us that are heterosexual, that us like maybe sleeping with women and trying to figure out what we want. I don't really look at that as any different. But being able to say that, hey, that's okay, that you chose to do that, that was a part of your journey, that was a part of your experience. And for me, I certainly want to encourage us to always find and be striving for determining who we really are so that we can find and really embrace those aspects and maybe those experiences and those people that help us to merge those together to live our most authentic version of ourselves. But it takes time, right? It's definitely not one of those things that we hit very quickly. And so I think you being willing to share that, and even some of the other stories that I've been fortunate enough to hear, both from clients and other professionals like you, I think it will really be appreciated by others who will either watch or listen to this and really understand that, man, even therapists go through those types of things, right? Even
Oh yeah.
even he, even he, man, I just listened to what he said, and he described a lot of hardship, but he also talked about a lot of the high moments. And look at him now. Look at this brother now and what he's doing. And, nothing but hats off and salutes to you, man, because number one, it's hard to acknowledge these things. A lot of times I feel that we showcase a lot of the things that we do well and a lot of the upside, a lot of the positive, but we don't want to acknowledge and talk about the harder moments, being in the moment, being in touch with our emotions, as you said, even when they're not as good, even when we're feeling low, even when we are having ideations about not being here anymore. And number one, I'm grateful that you're here. I know the community definitely needs you. And I hope that we can continue talking about the totality of our lived experience, not just the highlight reel that looks good, perhaps on social media, but also talking about the other moments that are and were of extreme challenge, but that help us and led us to get the help that we needed, maybe working with a professional like yourself, to be in a more stable place in our lives and a little more optimistic for the future.